Hello dear student, I'm Shrimati Anita Alkonde. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Edu Program. I'm here to teach you English subject in an easy way. Today we shall learn poem, The Sower, which we have for study in 11th standard. About poet. The poet is Victor Hugo. Poet, novelist and dramatist of the 19th century, was the most important of the French romantic writers. विक्टर ह्युगो हे जे आहेत हे कवी, कादंबरीकार आणि नाटककार 19व्या शतकातले फ्रेंच रायटर. Though regarded in France as one of the country's greatest poets, he is better known for novels as Notre Dame de Paris and Les Miserables. He is famous in France and he is very famous and greatest poet in France. फ्रान्स मधले अगदी प्रसिद्ध असे लेखक आणि त्याचबरोबर की कवी म्हणून जास्त प्रसिद्धी. पण ते जास्त ओळखू गेले ते त्यांच्या 2 नॉवेलमुळे, नॉटर डेम डी पॅरिस अँड लेस मिझराबल्स. ह्या 2 नॉवेल्स आहेत त्यांच्यामुळे ते फेमस होते. Now here, whatever the poem we are going to learn, the poem is a translation of French poem written by Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo यांनी लिहिलेल्या फ्रेंच पोएमचं ट्रान्सलेशन आहे. The translator is Torulata Dutt, a Bengali poet also known as Toru. Wrote in English and French. Was born on 4th March 1856 in Kolkata. तोरुलता दत्त ह्या मूळच्या बंगालच्या बेंगॉली फॅमिलीतल्या, पण त्यांनी इंग्लिश आणि फ्रेंच मध्ये काय केलेले आहेत, कविता लिहिलेल्या आहेत, लिखाण केलेलं आहे. त्यांचा जन्म कोलकातामध्ये 4 मार्च 1856 ला झालेला. शी इज कन्सिडर्ड टू बी द फर्स्ट इंडियन पोएटेस टू राईट verses in English and French. She is first Indian poetess की भारतीय पहिली इंग्रजी आणि फ्रेंच मधून काव्य लिहिणारी ही कवयित्री म्हणून त्यांची ओळख आहे. She translated dozens of poems and completed a novel before her death at the age of 21. की कित्येक अशा कविता त्यांनी ट्रान्सलेट केलेल्या आहेत आणि त्यांच्या मृत्यूच्या अगोदर त्यांनी काही नॉवेल्स पूर्ण केलेल्या आहेत. हर पोएम सच एज सीता, लोटस अँड आर कॅसर इन अ ट्री आर वेल लव्ड. त्यांनी लिहिलेल्या ज्या कविता आहेत, सीता, लोटस आणि आवर कॅसर इन अ ट्री, हा खूप आवडत्या किंवा नावाजलेल्या अशा कविता आहेत तोरुलता दत्त यांच्या. Now let us see about the translation of this poem. The Sower is a translation of Victor Hugo's poem Serson des Similes les Sower. It is translated by Toru Dutt from French to English. The Sower ही जी पोएम आहे, मूळ कविता ही फ्रेंच मध्ये आहे आणि ती तोरू दत्त यांनी फ्रेंच मधून इंग्लिश मध्ये द सोवर या टायटल खाली translate केलेली आहे. The Sower is a poem about a farmer who is sowing seeds. He has been many bad harvests in his life. However, he's so optimistic of having a good harvest every time he tosses grain. So here, कवितेमध्ये आपण पाहतो की जो शेतकरी आहे की जो बी पेरतो आणि बऱ्याचदा त्याला की जो वाईट हंगाम आहे त्याला सामोरं जावं लागतं, पण तरी सुद्धा तो आशावादी आहे आणि त्या आशावादातून तो परत चांगल्या हंगामाची तो काय करतो, अपेक्षा करतो आणि त्याप्रमाणे तो काय करतो, जे धान्य आहे ते धान्य पेरण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. Now here is the theme of the poem. The theme of the poem is about the farming and life of farmer. The poet describes his feelings about farmer and nature around the farmer. Next, here about poetic devices and language used in this poem. Poetic devices are alliteration, imagery, even sometimes you will find inversion and tautology in the poem. But especially we'll find that the poem, in the poem we'll find their imagery and as well as in what? Alliteration. The language style is very easy. By reading poem, you can understand meaning of the poem. Now, you can see that whenever we are studying a kind of a lesson or poem, we get a message through it. आपण एखादी कविता धडा काही शिकत असताना आपल्याला त्यातून काहीतरी संदेश मिळतो. वी गेट एज्युकेशन व्हॅल्यूज, मूल्य आपल्याला समजतात. Then what are that? These are the values that which teach us that how to lead our life. They are work as a guideline. आपली गाईडलाईन, आयुष्याची गाईडलाईन म्हणून ते उपयुक्त पडतात. Now here that through this poem, the poet is giving the message of what? Patience, optimism, and hard work. Patience की सहनशीलता तुमच्यामध्ये असली पाहिजे. Optimism, आशावाद, and you should be hard worker. Here, this message we are getting through this poem. The sower means what? Farmer. Now you can see the picture of farmer. These farmers are there. These farmers are working in the field. Furrows are here. See, these furrows are there. In this furrow, they are planting some green vegetable plants. This is a picture about that. So the sower, this concept, you will come to know what is meant by it. Now here is our poem. Sitting in a porchway, cool. Sitting in a porchway, cool, sunlight I see dying fast. Twilight hastens on to rule. Working hours have well nigh passed. So the poet sitting in a porch, way, veranda. Porchway means veranda. Sitting in a veranda, that poet is where he's cool, means he's in a very relaxed mood, and he is watching what that he has seen, that he's watching there. It's a sunset time. Sunlight I see dying fast. So the dying fast sunlight means it's almost sunsetting. It's a evening time. Twilight has an it's a evening time. Twilight means संध्या समय आपण म्हणतो, संध्याकाळची वेळ. Hastens on to rule. Working hours have well nigh passed. Now it's a time. It's a evening time means that its working hours are over. Finish. So in this stanza, poet is describing here, it's a evening time sitting in the porchway. The poet is enjoying evening twilight. And he says that it's an evening time and he saw that finishing all their work, people are returning home. संध्याकाळच्या वेळी वरांड्यामध्ये बसलेला आहे पोएट आणि पाहत आहे की संध्याकाळ होताना की जवळजवळ सूर्यप्रकाश मंद होत आलेला आहे. संधी प्रकाश आहे आणि या संधी प्रकाशाच्या वेळेस सगळी माणसं स्वतःच्या कामं आटपून घराकडे परतत आहे. Twilight means it's evening time. Hastens means that be quick to do something, means in a hurriedly people are going back to their home. Now in the next second stanza, the poet is describing here, shadows run across the lands, but a sower lingers still. Old in rags, he patient stands, looking on, I feel a thrill. So it's a evening time, and evening time you find that especially the are shadows that lengthens. आपण पाहतो संध्याकाळच्या वेळी आपली सावली जर पाहिली तर ती अशी लांबलेली दिसते. सो हिअर शॅडोज रन अक्रॉस द लँड्स, म्हणजे जमिनीवर सावली पडलेली आहे, लांब अशी सावली पडत आहे मावळतेला जाताना सूर्य. But a sower lingers. Sower means the farmer. Farmer still lingers. Lingers stay longer time. Means still he is there in the farm. He is not. He has not stopped his work, but still the farmer is working in the farm. He lingers there. He stay there. Old in rags, he patient stands, and he wearing his old cloth. Means he has in a old cloth, or the cloth might be become dirty because of soil. He is working in the farm. शेतामध्ये काम करत असल्यामुळे कपडे मळलेले आहेत किंवा जुने कपडे असे घालून पेशंटली, की तेवढ्या सहनशीलतेने तो काय करत आहे की शेतामध्ये थांबून काम करत आहे. लुकिंग ऑन आय फील थ्रिल. Poet says here, when he sees that still the farmer is working in the farm, all people are going back to home, but this person is without stopping, he is working in the field. And by this, he stopped. He's shocked. So this, or he's thrilled by his work. So here, in short, if you see the meaning of this stanza, evening time, shadows of the things lengthens. संध्याकाळच्या वेळी सावल्या लांबतात. But he suddenly saw that still a sower means farmer in his old cloth patiently working in the field. And he was thrilled by it, by seeing the picture that still the person is working in the field. Black and high, its silhouette dominates the furrow's dip. Now to sow the task is set, soon shall come a time to reap. The here new word is the silhouette. It's the evening yellow dark shade of sunset. सूर्य मावळल्यानंतरचं जे क्षितिजावर पिवळसर जी झाक, डार्क कलरची अंधार आणि पिवळा प्रकाश मिक्स अशी जो काही शेड दिसते, ती शेड या ठिकाणी तो वर्णन करत आहे. He's describing that. And furrows, trench made in the ground to sow seed. We have seen in the first picture, I have shown you that furrow. So here see that when they flow the farm, so we find that trench, and in that trench they sow seed. की नांगरल्यानंतर जो दोन्ही बाजूला माती सरून मध्ये असं खड्डा पडतो त्याला ट्रेंच म्हणतात किंवा फरो आळव म्हणतात, त्याच्यामध्ये तो बी पेरत जातो. So here, black and high, see his silhouette, means it's a sunset timing, and in sunset, during the sunset time, that twilight is there, evening time is there. Everything appears to be blackish and reddish color, means silhouette. The term is used by Victor Hugo in the poem, which is a word of French origin. It's a French origin word. An illustrated outline filled with solid color, usually black color. The sower, the black shadows of the sower, farmer, is dominating the deep furrows in the field. So it's evening time that the shadow of this farmer, you can see that it's it makes the dark to the furrow, means the furrows are covered in his shadow. Now to sow the task is set. So what is the task is there? Work. Task means work. It's set. Already the work is decided there. And that work is what? The work is to sow the seeds. And so since the sun is setting, the task of sowing is still going on and thinking about the time to reap. So simultaneously, while the poet is sowing the seed, he is dreaming about the grain which is what that flourishing, or you can say there it is growing in the going to grow in the field. की स्वप्न त्याच वेळेस पाहत आहे, की विचार करत आहे की मी हे धान्य पेरल्यानंतर मग नक्की पुढं रीप की हंगाम की काढणीचा हंगाम येईल आणि धान्य वाढेल हा विचार तो करत आहे. Marches he along the plain to and fro and scatters white from his hands the precious grain. Muse I as I see him stride. So marches he along the plain. So in the farm that he is marching. How is he marching? He is marching to and fro. इकडून तिकडे असं तो शेतामध्ये त्याचा जो नांगर आहे तो घेऊन फिरत आहे. अँड स्कॅटर्स वाईड, तो इकडे तिकडे पसरत आहे. what is he scattering? That he scatters wide from his hand the gracious grain, the precious grain. So precious grain he is what that scattering there in the farm. इकडून तिकडे ते बैलांना घेऊन तो फिरत आहे आणि तो फिरत असताना त्याच्या हातामध्ये काय आहे? ग्रेन आहे, धान्य आहे. तो धान्य तो स्कॅटर करतोय, असं टाकतोय, पेरतोय तो. म्यूज आय पोएट इज थिंकिंग. He's thinking very thoroughly while he is watching that farmer is working in the field. He muse as I see him stride. की जेव्हा पाहतो की फार्मर तिथं फिरत आहे शेतामध्ये. So here poet is describing in this stanza, farmer is working in the field very patiently and dreaming about grain. He's sowing seed. He's moving forward and backward, scatters seed. He is firm and positive. By watching him, poet mused. Means he is working hard in the field, and with devotion he is doing work. But still it's the evening, all the people are going back to home, even though that very patiently, very devotionally he is working in the field. By seeing this, the poet is mused. Darkness deepens, fades the light. Darkness deepens, fades the light. Now his gestures, he gestures to mine eyes are august and strange. His height seems to touch the starry skies. Yes. Darken deepens, darkness deepens. अंधार खूप गडद होत चाललाय. deepens गडद होणे, खोल म्हणतो आपण, पण गडद. fades the night means light. So the light अंधुक होत चालली आहे. Means both these phrases have same meaning. Means it is what? Evening time, it's a darkness is there. Now he gestures to mine eyes. Means when he see that even though there is a darkness, the farmer is working in the field and he is doing his work. Are august and strange his height. Which is very strange that still he's working and it's his height. Means how can we means praise that person? It's a height, because we see that usually when the time of their people leave the work and they rush to home. टाइम ऑफ होतो, लोक काम सोडतात जातात, पण याच्या कामाची हाईटच आहे. ही इज प्रेझिंग हिम ॲज अ ऑगस्ट पर्सनॅलिटी. August personality means a person who is very perseverance, means very stubborn to do his work. एखादं काम करायला तो असा हट्टाने तो ते काम करतो. परसिवरन्स, पाठपुरावा करतो. डेडिकेटेड टाइप ऑफ हार्ड वर्कर टाइप ऑफ पर्सन. seems to touch the starry skies. Means that he असं वाटतं की that he is touching to the what, that to sky. Means he is very important personality in human being's life. So in this passage, the poet is describing here, almost it's evening and it's a darkening. Stars appeared, starry skies. Stars appeared in the sky, even he is working in the farm. And the poet is feeling very strange, how hardly he is working in the field. Starry sky means it is a reflection of future of the future of the farmer. The poet calling him august personality. So it's a word that future of a farmer is there, and the farmer is what that still working there, means he is so hardly, so patiently working, so the future is bright. The poet calling him august personality, that's why. Now see here, dear student, important word expressing here, that is the, it has a different meaning, and that is what august personality. Poet is describing here august personality to farmer, so the which means one who has reached the highest position by his work. Then what is his work? Yes, hard work, perseverance, dedication, and patience. So this quality, this word is describing here about farmer. So you remember it, that why this is the special word. I have focused, given a focus, special focus याच्या वेगळा प्रकाश टाकला की ऑगस्ट पर्सनॅलिटी म्हणजे काय. तर एखादा हार्डवर्क करणारा माणूस की तो हायेस्ट पोझिशनला गेलेला आहे. कशामुळे? तर त्याच्या या गुणांमुळे. Now here are the figures of speech. Sunlight I see dying fast. It's an inversion. Prose manner of line is change. कवितेचा जो गद्यात्मक जी लाईन असते ती बदललेली आहे, की जी लाईन असते सर्वसामान्यपणे S+V+O, तर ती पुढे मागे केलेली असते. Especially poems are formed in the form of means usually figure of speech inversion. It, with the help of this kind of figure of speech, poet frames their poem. Then it become more melodious. So here sunlight I see dying faster. The line should be that I see dying sunlight or I see sunlight dying faster. The sentence should be like this. The line should be like this. The next line is there, working hours have well nigh passed. So working hours will nigh pass. So here is alliteration. The word W and W, these two words begin with a same letter, sounded same. So when in the poetic line, more than one word begin with the same letter, it is called alliteration. But a sower lingers still. Again, sower still. This both word begin with S, this letter, sound same sounding is there, so or S. So it is repeated. So that's why this is again alliteration. Old in rags, he patient stands. Again, it's a inversion. परत हे inversion आहे. Prose manner of the line is change. The line should be, line कशी असायला हवी? He patient stands in old rags. Should be line. Now to sow, the task is set. Now sow and set, both word begin with S or S, this letter. So that's why this is alliteration. Darkness deepens, fades the light. Darkness deepens means it indicate evening time. Fades the light, this word also indicate evening time, or you can say that it's almost twilight. So that's why both phrases are expressing same meaning. Both phrases are expressing same meaning. So that's why here you can say that tautology. Means having same meaning more than one word or come across any more phrases in the same line, it is called tautology. कवितेच्या ओळीमध्ये सेम अर्थाचे शब्द किंवा सेम अर्थाच्या फ्रेजेस जेव्हा ओळीमध्ये येतात तेव्हा आपण त्याला टॉटॉलॉजी असे म्हणतो. Seems to touch the starry skies. It's again alliteration. Seems, starry skies. These three words begin with a S or S, this letter. This sound like is repeated in the line. So that's why this is what alliteration. So these are the figures of speech we have seen in this poem. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe my channel.